Hi everybody, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. So you may have noticed I've taken a bit more breaks in between the last few weeks for the holiday season. I needed to do that for my own health and well-being. And I hope you've been taking a little bit of time, a little extra time for yourselves as well. But I want to let you know I'll be back to doing your weekly readings very soon after the holiday season. So thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoy these readings. And I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you that celebrate anything else. Okay, Libra, today we're going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle. This is by Colette Baron Reed with the artwork of Jenna Della Gratalia. And we're using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann today. All right, I hope you enjoy them. So Libra, how have you been? I hope you're having a happy holiday season. I'm going to start shuffling for you, and I'll pull for you an Enchanted Map Oracle first. And then I'm going to lay 9 cards with the Light Seers and read the 3 cards under the deck to give me an indication of the subconscious stuff going on sort of internally and what you're working through in the 9 cards, right? Okay. And this card, the Enchanted Map, it wants to be that one. Follow the leader, okay? This is sort of an overarching that's sort of in the air that maybe you're working with. Follow the leader. All right. I'm going to start shuffling these. So if you would just settle in with me and take 3 deep cleansing breaths, Libra. Get some oxygen in the brain and bring down the cortisol level, right, which lowers your stress, helps to relax your body, helps you feel good, right? Most definitely. So we have a full moon in Gemini on the 18th or 19th, depending on where you are in the world. For most of the U.S., it's going to be on the 18th, and I know it's around 11:30ish, something like that, Eastern time in the eastern part of the United States, p.m. And then on the 19th, moving more to the eastern part of the world. All right, let's pull your 9, Libra. I've shuffled and cut the deck for you. I'm going to read today horizontally, vertically, and big picture. And again, like I said, the 3 under the deck. All right. Now, I do want to say on the very same day as the full moon in Gemini, which is very much about our mindset and what we've learned with the North Node in Gemini for the past 18 months or more, what we've really learned how to learn and adjust to as the world has been changing for all of us, right? Okay, let's see, Libra. I'm going to take this in for a second, Libra, while you are relaxing. If you have a drink, I'm going to take a little sip of water, whatever you have, and take a couple more deep breaths. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. All right, Libra. Today you get follow the leader. So I'm going to read this to you. The message out of the book by Colette Baron Reed. It is number 40. Follow the leader. All right. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty will be an example to those around you. You're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be in the service of others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being only fully authentic, you will lead others into the light. You will be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire and emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. So this is about taking the lead in your own life and being a leader, but it's also about following the lead of others that you truly admire and respect and aspire to be like. All right, so let's look at your spread here. Under the deck, I'm looking at the Two of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups. Now, to me, the Two of Swords is usually being in two minds about something, trying to make a decision. This, honestly, could be trying to make a decision between two people. Someone who's in the yin energy of fire, someone who is attractive, alluring, talented, creative, usually very attractive to the eyes of others. They have a lot of spirit fire and enthusiasm for life, and they're usually very creative. And then this person, the King of Cups, is usually someone who is in the yang, by the way, the yang energy of the suit of water, which is emotional maturity, taking action by being emotionally available and open-hearted and calm in the face of adversity. Someone who has mastered their light and shadow when it comes to their emotional health and well-being. Someone who understands and is sensitive to the needs of others. A good listener. Someone who can sit with their feelings and knows who they are and is comfortable being emotionally transparent. So if you're trying to decide between two people, you know, fire and water, very different elements. Someone, you know, very sensitive and in control of their emotions and steady and stable and a good listener and kind of soft-hearted but open-hearted as well, emotionally available. Or, you know, somebody kind of spicy and full of life and vim and vigor and zest and pizzazz, and someone who just sees life as fun to be had and art to be created and songs to sing and places to go, right? Someone very, very inspired. So if it's between two people, you know, you're looking at two different types of archetypes. If you're trying to decide about these issues within yourself, your yin and your yang, do you feel attractive? Are you emotionally available? Are you closing yourself off to being these things? Do you not believe these things about yourself, Libra? Are you seeing yourself through the lens of being able to be a leader in this way? Being emotionally available and yet completely open and engaged with life? Or are you keeping yourself silent? Have you silenced your own spirit fire? Have you silenced your own emotional access? I don't know, because I'm kind of getting that. It feels, I think it's, for some of you, I think you're deciding between two people. For others of you, I think that you are denying parts of yourself that are probably the best parts of you, honestly. And some of you, it's just you. It's like these parts of you have gone to sleep and they're in silence. You've silenced yourself, perhaps, about certain aspects of yourself. The more sensitive, the more artistic, the more intuitive, the more inspired part of you. You know, maybe you've been incredibly practical and you just have disallowed or allowed those parts of yourself to go a little quiet. So follow the leader. It's like by your example to free yourself from that, to allow yourself to be yourself in a way that is an example to others. It said to divulge. It will require you to divulge parts of yourself, about your past, things like that. So, you know, who are you aspiring to be? Whether you're leading or following someone that you want to emulate because someone inspires you and inspires you to be the best of yourself, then whose lead are you following? That's the question in this reading. Okay, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Friendship, love, romance. And does it make you feel confident? How do you take action in friendship and love? Are you confident? Are you brave? Are you relational, available, friendly? Are you in love with someone that perhaps might be a friend, perhaps a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius? Probably male, but could just be could be a female who's just large and in charge. Man, she knows who she is, right? So that's it could be anyone, but this is love and friendship and self-confidence and bravery. It takes guts. It takes real guts to act like the King of Wands, because he takes action. He does not hesitate. He just takes action. And he's incredibly capable of kind of doing it on the fly, of just being who he is, kind of like the Queen of Wands. Same kind of guy. He's just, you know, he's out there. He allows himself to learn as he goes. Well, he's a very good entrepreneur for that reason. He's bold and brave. So are you in love with someone like this, or are you someone like this? All right, because then I have the 10 of Wands. Something is weighing very, very heavily on you. And it has to do with saying it. Saying, I love you. Saying how you feel to someone with this Page of Cups. It feels awkward. This is the center of your reading today. And I feel like you feel awkward about it. And I'm saying that because of the 10 of Wands. Something's weighing very heavy on you. And you need to drop the burden of carrying it. But you feel disjointed about it. You feel like you can't make it real. You can't say it out loud, that kind of thing. And so you're keeping yourself in the 8 of Swords, which is almost like a dysmorphia, looking at yourself in the mirror, thinking one way about yourself and not seeing who you really are. So to me, this is like feeling awkward and burdened by things that have been left unsaid, or the things you believe about yourself, and how to, take your feelings, your love forward and take action on them. So to me right now, what I'm seeing here is someone who is definitely having maybe a moment of fighting with the ego construct of their personality. What parts of me do I like? What parts of myself do I think are attractive? What parts of myself am I willing to share? And with whom? Then I'm seeing the 7 of Wands, because I think you're a bit defensive. You're defensive in the company of other people, 4 of Wands. And you want to move forward from it. You want to get in the driver's seat. You want to be the King of Wands and just be who you are, boldly, bravely, excitedly, doing what you want to do in life. But I think you're holding yourself back. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like in the company of other people, maybe there's a disjointed way that you're not really allowing yourself to say what you want to say. Or maybe you're just not talking to people, or maybe you're not seeing people for who they really are. Maybe not seeing people for who they are because you're not seeing yourself for who you are. Follow the leader. Who's leading and who's following. So in this last line, it's like, I think you feel like maybe sometimes that people are against you, and I think this weighs heavily on you. It's kind of your baggage, okay? That's the way I'm seeing it. I'm going to show you on the vertical more in a minute, but let's just do the horizontal, look at the last row. So the 7 of Wands, it's like you're defensive when you're in the company of others, 4 of Wands. at parties, in rooms when you have get-togethers. Maybe it's this holiday time. Maybe you're going home for the holidays and taking a trip and you don't want to go, or somebody doesn't want to go, or it's like about being in the company of people that you're not talking to. So maybe it's about going home and family members you're not talking to. A fire sign, a water sign. The only air I'm seeing here, Libra, that I'm seeing as you internally under the deck is not talking to someone, not seeing things clearly, not able to make a decision, and not seeing yourself for who you really are, keeping yourself in a self-imposed prison. This is disallowing yourself to say what you want to say. It's also negative thinking about yourself. That's what I was saying. I was getting this thing earlier when I was looking at the deck about, it's like, you don't allow yourself to be the best of yourself, especially in the company of others. Lack of self-esteem, maybe, for some of you, you know? And it's like you want to come across maybe as the leader, but then you feel awkward doing it. Or you have such admiration for someone and yet you don't want them to know because you feel like it might disempower you somehow. I don't know. Let's go down the vertical for a second. 3 of Cups. I'm seeing, you know, friends, being in the company of others, having fun, but this is hard for you. Weighs you down. 10 of Wands. It's not easy. You get defensive. 7 of Wands. It could be somebody else, but because of this, I'm really seeing it as you. That's your internal. You're not comfortable right now in the company of others. Something's weighing very heavy on you. And for some reason, you feel like you don't want anyone to pierce your bubble. It's like you've got this protective bubble around you and you're just going to stay in your bubble and, you know, defend yourself. But, you know, it's next to the 4 of Wands. People are trying to have a good time. So I don't know why, but then you want to get out of there. You're feeling uncomfortable the way I'm seeing this, Libra. There is an absolute discomfort in the company of others for some reason. Let's go down the middle row. So 2 of Cups, love, and expressions of love with the Page of Cups. And in the company of others, in the good company of others. Love is in your life. It's here. You got 2 of Cups, Page of Cups, 4 of Wands. It's in your life. It's in your people, you know, with your people. It looks to me like there's just something you need to say to the people that you love. All right, so King of Wands. I think this is who you aspire to be. I think you want to be bold and brave and self-assured and maybe even artistic, or at least in some way creative. You know, like there's this creative part of you that I feel like is being stifled with the 8 of Swords. This part of yourself that is being stifled. And so it's got you like emotionally, in the Chariot card, it's got you like fired up, ready to go. It's like you just want to, it's like you can't say what you want to say or be who you want to be. And so I'm just seeing a lot of this, like, I just want to get out of there. I just want to get out of here. So I know that you are going to be moving forward, and I think you are. I think you're going to be bold, and I think you're going to be brave, and I think you're going to say what you need to say. Maybe it's a confession of love. Maybe you want to tell someone that you love them. Maybe this burden is the burden of apology. If you owe someone an apology and it's stuck in your throat and you think they don't even want to hear from me. For some of you, it's Christmas. You know, it's the time of year, it's holiday season. And, you know, I think the universe is asking you to be the best of yourself right now and to be a good example for the people in your life by showing them that you are brave enough and strong enough and sure enough of yourself to say what you need to say, to be who you are, and to trust that you are loved. Because it looks to me like you are surrounded by love in your life on all fronts. You have someone that loves you with the Two of Cups. You seem to have friends with the Three of Cups. You've got, you know, good times and good company with the Four of Wands. And yet for some reason you are in your own bubble and avoiding them or being defensive around them with the Seven of Wands, and that's just emotionally, you're just like, I just want to get out of here. I keep hearing that. Because you're feeling uncomfortable, and when you shouldn't be. Like, you know, you have every reason to be exactly who you are. So, Libra, I just hope that, you know, if this is all, you know, the full moon in Gemini is very much about what we've been learning. Learning about how to change ourselves in a changing world. This is a difficult thing. And in Venus retrograde, we're, you know, right at the full moon, we are considering what we love and value about ourselves, our lives, what we can do and be in our lives, and the people we can be with and do things with in our lives. It's like all the choices are there. All potentialities in the quantum field. You have to choose what you value, taking it forward. Pluto helps us to transform the things that we don't resonate with, the things that make us feel like this, all tied up and defensive and uncomfortable and weighed down. And it helps us to change that, to transform that. And so I think this Venus retrograde season, you're going to be asking yourself, you know, why am I silencing myself and certain aspects of myself? Especially if they're parts of yourself that you like. So there's that. All right? So if you're going to have a silent night, then I hope it's a peaceful night. And yes, I'm paraphrasing from the song Silent Night, but I hope you find your peace of mind right now during the season. Thank you, Libra. Thank you for stopping by. I want to wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you, whatever you celebrate. I want to wish you the best of blessings. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.